Hello everyone. So let us continue our discussion for the course summary with loops. So here is the simple program. As you must be already aware, the format of the loop for loop has three parts. First is the initialization, then is the part for condition checking, then is the part for updation, and this is the post increment operator about which we will deal with a little later. So the main things in loop to cover are break and continue statement. Now this is a simple loop which prints the value of I at every step and runs from I equal to 1 to n, which is n equal to 10 here. So let us run this loop and run this code. So we see the values printed are 1, 3, 4, 5. So let us try to explain this. So whenever the break statement is encountered, it takes the control out of the loop. So whenever I becomes greater than 5, it just brings the control out and no further numbers are printed, and the control comes out of the loop, and then return 0 is executed and the program ends there. And the continue statement, it skips the part after it and starts the next iteration. So when I was equal to 2, the continue statement was encountered, and then when the value I equal to 2 was not printed as this statement was skipped, and then again in the next iteration I equal to 3 was printed. We can play around with these values and see what happens. Like if we change this to 9, then we will see that from I equal to 1 to 8 all will be printed except 2, as 2 is not printed because of the continuous statement. So similarly there is another while loop which is also works the same as the for loop. So here is a program on the while loop. So this is a simple program to see the number of sum of the digits of a number. Suppose we took a number n equal to 350 and want to find out its sum. So initially n was equal to 350 and then sum was equal to 0. Now when this is plus equal to operator, which is a shorthand operator, which basically means sum equal to sum plus n mod 10. So here n mod 10 gives us 0, sum was initially 0, so sum remains 0. After that n is divided by n by 10. So now the value of n becomes 35. Then after this the loop again continues, and it's still not 0, and then it adds sum plus equal to n mod 10, which is now 5. So sum becomes 5, sum equal to 5 now, and then after that n becomes again n by 10. So now n becomes 3. Remember, this is integer division and 3.5 is not the answer because all are integers, so it will be 3 only. And then again once again we continue for the next iteration, and then we add 3 to it because the remainder will be 3, and we get finally sum as 8. Then n by 10 becomes n equal to 0, as this is an integer division again, and then finally we print the sum of the digits, which will be 8. So let's see if this works or not. So as you can see, sum of digits is 8. You can try with some other example like 370. We can see sum of digits is 10. So this is how the program works. Now for the increment, we will see important concept here. So this is the post increment operator. Now the thing with this is, whenever the post increment operator is there, the value of the variable is used, and then that variable is incremented. So the value of a was initially 10, the 10 will get assigned to answer, and after that a will be incremented, but answer will still remain 10. We can see this by running this. So there you go, answer equal to 10 but a equal to 11. Now another thing is the pre-increment operator. So we can define another answer to be another variable answer 1 equal to suppose plus b. We need to declare it first, and after that we print this. So we print B here and we print answer 1 here. So let's see what happens. So as you can see, so we will change these to B and this to answer 1, so we can see a better output. So as you can see, answer 1 is also 21 and B is also 21. So in this pre-increment operator, first the value is incremented and then the thing is assigned to answer 1. So similarly, we can solve something like this, like if we try to make a complicated expression out of this. So if we write something like a plus 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 b plus minus minus c. So let's try to think what the answer would be. So first a has already been incremented. So now before this step, a is 11 currently and b is currently 21 and c is equal to 30. So whenever we do a plus plus, the value of a is first used. So a becomes 11 to 12, but the value used for assignment is 11 itself. The b is incremented pre-increment operator, so it becomes 22. So basically this comes as 11 plus 22 and plus minus minus c is again pre-decrement, so it becomes 29 and that is what is used in assignment. So this is what we should get, which is equal to 62. So let's see if this is what we get for the value of answer 1. So as you can see, answer 1 is printed to be 62. So this was the moreover the concept of loops. Thank you.